Starting up front here, underneath the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, automatic transmission, gets up to 235 horsepower, 258 pound-foot of torque. When properly equipped, you have towing capacity up to 2,000 pounds. Up front, LED headlights, custom-rated to running lights. There are fog lights down below. Across your front bumper, you'll find these little round nodules. These are your front parking sensors, and underneath your front logo is also your front-facing camera. As you get along to the side here, we have 17-inch alloy wheels. You also have your F-Sport badge on either side up front. Side mirrors have integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring, and additional cameras underneath to contribute to the surround view camera effect. On both of your front handles, you'll find this little dimple. We'll talk about that more on the driver's side. As you move back, all of your rear windows do come with factory tinting, and there are silver roof rails up top. Approaching the back, all the way across the bumper, again, you have backup parking sensors, F-Sport badge to the left. You have your NX300 trim level badge on the right, and then underneath of your rear logo is your backup camera. To open up your rear space here, simply reach underneath the logo next to the camera, press the button, and it should automatically rise up for you. Inside, first things off, we have the interior cargo cover across this back. This large piece is simply attached up to your hatch with these little strings and pegs, which means that it's very easy to remove it if you want to have it simply lay flat across the back in a shelf style and not move up and down. Beyond that, it is just as easy to fully remove it as it is simply sitting on little pegs on each side in the back here as well. So if you want to get rid of this entirely to give yourself more space, you can just undo the little straps, take it off the pegs, lay it down flat, or fully kick it out. Beyond that, looking forward, your second row seating has a 60-40 split on the right-hand side. This way you're able to sit your seats down flat by releasing the handles on the top outside corners of the seats to do so. That way you can extend your cargo space forward into the cab or leave it up for your rear passengers. You will find tie-down hooks on either side of your trunk space, as well as having interior lighting here. And we have the Lexus F-Sport branded carpeted mats in the original factory packaging back here. We also have the F-Sport NX rubber carpeted liner throughout your rear space back here. This helps to keep your vehicle clean, as it's much easier to simply slip out and clean off this rug liner. And it also helps protect your vehicle from any damage from your cargo and protect your cargo from damage from the vehicle. If you're looking for your tire kit, simply look down, reach underneath of this mat. You'll be able to find a little handle underneath. Bring that guy up. Everything you need will be stored underneath. Now to close up the space back here, you can reach up to the handle on the right-hand side or press the electronic button. There's also the option to lock it as you close it. Next, let's take a look at the inside. Inside your interior upholstery is the dual-tone black and red leatherette with black and white stitching for some contrast. Second row seat occupants have access to these folding down armrest/cup holders. You've got the little pop-out cup holders with that little silver button. All of this easily folds away to increase your seating capacity. Then looking forward, on the back of your front passenger and front driver seats, we have pouch storage. Back of your console, you have your air vents and chargers down below. And we currently have the Lexus rubber mats throughout this unit. On the side of your seat, you'll also find your adjustment so that you can lay your seat down flat. Simply give that guy a little pull, and she'll lay all the way down for you, so you don't have to go crawling around anywhere else to get to it. Inside your door, more of the dual-tone leatherette. You have your speaker system, your window control, as well as having our first look at this metallic highlight that we'll find all throughout your front cab space. Now we're back again to this little dimple on the outside corner. This guy indicates keyless entry, so if you have the key fob on your person, you can just tap your hand here to lock and unlock. Inside your driver's door, we have power windows for front and back, window lock, power lock system, side mirror controls. The controls up top here allow you to fold your mirrors in flat with the body of your unit. You can have this work automatically with opening and closing of doors, or you can manipulate this manually to have it fold in and out at will. Then underneath, you have 3 options for memory seat settings for 3 different drivers, which of course means electronic seat adjustment, back, front, up, down, and your lumbar support. Hood release latch on the bottom left-hand corner of your dash. Then you have the controls for your heated leather steering wheel, surround view cameras. If you give that guy a press, you'll find that your infotainment turns to a full view. You have the pause and play button to take a closer look, and you can also change the perspective and customize the vehicle being displayed through this as well. To make it go away, just go back in, press that surround view one more time, it'll go back to your normal infotainment. Next to that, you have your diff lock, then you have your power trunk release, your BSM sensor, and your automatic headlamps. Then up top, you have your dash brightness and odometer trip, and a power tilt and telescopic steering wheel here. Hop in here and take a look at the rest of the steering wheel. First off, we have black leather with red stitching. Up top, you have your silver paddle shifters. Left-hand side, you have controls for your volume, radio, and hands-free communication. We'll also look down below where we have another F-Sport badge. Right-hand side, you have the controls for the dash display. And then you have your cruise control down below. It is adaptive, so it has both sonar and lane departure. Up top, you have your push start ignition. Underneath that is where you have dash controls for your heads-up display. So if you look on top of your dash, you'll find this little cutout. Looking forward, it's a little bit hard to see, but we do have a heads-up display for this unit. Helps to display some of the pertinent information from your dash up onto your windshield. It is only viewable by the driver. That way you're able to keep an eye on pertinent information such as your odometer or perhaps your compass without having to take your eyes off the road to do so. Just over from that, you have your infotainment display screen. You can control this with the little touchpad down underneath here. We do have the settings for the map, which you have currently displayed, built-in navigation. You can also go over to your menu here. Down below here, you have your destination settings, then you have your audio, so AM, FM, satellite radio, all of your phone connectivity, optional apps such as communications, you have your projection, general info, setup, and then you also have climate display here as well. You can also access your climate display in the middle right underneath your clock. So we have dual controls up front here, which means that the driver and front passenger can have their own unique temperature settings, or you can sync it up to have it all work together in unison. On either side, we also have 3 vent levels for heated and cooled seats displays. We have these little squiggly lines for the heat and the fan for the cool. Defrost for your front and rear windshield, as well as your side mirrors here. 4 ways underneath is audio, so you have your CD slot, then you have your radio and media setup. So of course, as we already saw, you have AM, FM, and satellite radio. There is full Bluetooth connectivity and optional USB adapters as well. Left of that is where you have all of your driving options. So you have your parking brakes, then you also have your traction control and your road options, so eco, normal, or sport. Gear shift next to that, touchpad. Looking backwards, you have your cup holders. We then have this little hidden space where you can use to hide any of your goodies. Opening up your console, you have your wireless charging pad up top here. This is compatible with all wireless charging devices. It has an inset tray design so your phone won't go flying out of it. And if you don't want to use it, you can just turn the power off. And then of course we have additional storage underneath of there, as well as having more chargers. Right hand side of your dash, you have more black leather red stitching and metallic highlights, as well as a lockable glove box. Rear view mirror, you have these little house-shaped controls. Those are garage door openers. Overhead, you have your SOS button, overhead lighting controls, and the controls for your moonroof.